Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan coming at you today with a little something different here. This is a collaboration between Hasbro and a Chinese animation studio called CCTV. This is Nezha Transformers, and I looked up the pronunciation online and hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to go with Nezha. And what I originally thought was a girl, it actually is a boy, a young deity from Chinese folklore. And it's based on the cartoon they have over there. There are many cartoons, I guess, and movies with this same character in it. And seems like he's a very popular character in Chinese cartoons. Anyways, as you can see, the packaging looks a lot like the Cyberverse packaging. And it has that sort of open packaging there. And yeah, so I think it's from the same line, or I don't know, the artwork and the package design looks exactly like the Cyberverse figures do. So I'm just going to assume here that it's in the same realm. Anyways, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Now I can decipher some Japanese because I live here, but Chinese is a whole different story. I cannot read basically anything on the package, but that should not matter. So what you get up in the left-hand corner, you get that really cool, very animated looking picture of Nezha. And there he is, looking pretty cool there. And he does come with two accessories, this sort of ring looking thing here, and a spear of, I think it's called like a spear of fire or something. And then there is the actual transformer itself. Now I believe this is just like sort of a mech suit. This actually opens up and Nezha can actually go inside here. So he just serves as a sort of mech suit for the actual Nezha figure. But yeah, pretty, you got the Hasbro mark there. Pretty straightforward packaging there. You do get, this is the power-up pack, it says. I'm not sure what that means, but you do get a picture of the Bumblebee and Optimus and Grimlock there. So yeah, I'm assuming it is part of the Cyberverse line. Over here you get a picture of Nezha and his sort of robot form there. On the bottom there's just some product information. And on the back you get some more information there. Function, protector of the human world is what he is called. So there, that shows that he can just be inside of the mech suit there. And there he is. Transforms in 16 steps. Now his alt mode is some sort of sports car. It does have a lot of sort of fiery detail and such. And there are some other figures in the line. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce these guys, but the one guy that looked really cool was this guy, kind of drill looking guy. I'm really curious about him. Also this green looking guy too. This whole line looks very interesting. It's very foreign to us Transformers fans. But anyway, so yeah, without further ado, let's open this guy up and see what he's all about. Okay, so here we have Nezha out of the packaging and take a quick look at him up close. Let's take a quick look at his head sculpt there. And it's a very simple sculpt. You get some nice blue painted eyes. You get the skin tone. You get a little bit of yellow paint here up on the head. And not much else. Going down the body, you get a little bit of detail here with the yellow paint. And some sculpted detail here on the torso and on the belt part. This is very nice. You get a little bit of light pink here on the skirt. And not much else. You have the purple, so that dark lilac purple against the red and the yellow. I really like the color choice of this figure. It's very interesting, but I like it. Again, aesthetically, it's very pleasing to me. Going down, not a whole lot of other paint apps. We'll get to some more in vehicle mode. You'll see some more. But I do like how the toes are sort of, just has the sculpted lines there for the toes. It's pretty cool having a barefoot Transformer. So. Again, yeah, not much on the paint apps for this figure. But what is cool, turning around, you can store the accessories on the back. There are two little holes on either side. And I like how the spear kind of goes at an angle. That's really cool. It's a very cool look, a very cool like silhouette that makes by having that. So speaking of, let's take a look at these. And these don't peg in. These are a little bit hard to peg in. So The holes are kind of on this very thin piece of the door part, so it's very difficult to sort of get those in. But there is some storage, so that is nice. So I'll just set him down there. First, we'll take a look at this little ring thing. I'm not sure what you call this, but there is some nice sculpted detail on there. And that's about it. You got the pegs on the back, and there are two little holes there, which I'll show you how that fits on in vehicle mode. And also you get this spear. Again, the ring is a little bit harder plastic, same as this part here, but the tip here is a very soft, sort of rubbery plastic, and it came out of the package a little bit bent, but you can easily bend it back. So yeah, some nice detail there. And basically those holes I was talking about, you can take these little pegs and just plug them in here, and then that pegs together for vehicle mode, so that'll sit on top of the car mode like that. Whoops. That's kind of a cool kind of a combined weapon. And of course he can hold said weapon too. So you can kind of have a little crossover. Let's see if I can get his arms to... Yeah, so you can actually have him holding that, which is pretty cool in combined mode, or you can just have them separate. I kind of like the way they look together like that. Let's take these off for now. Let's get into the articulation, which is a little bit limited. It's not too bad. So the head is on a ball joint, and she, God, I know, sorry. I keep wanting to call this a she, but it's a boy. There's some up and down movement, and is on the ball joint, and you get a little bit of movement. Pretty expressive head there. The shoulders have this sort of, for transformation, has this kind of hinge here. So you get a little bit of shoulder movement there. There is an elbow swivel here. There's nothing at the upper bicep. There's a little bit of movement because of transformation for the arm here. So you get about a 90 degree at the elbow, plus that extra movement there. There's nothing, I thought, if you kind of lift up these skirt parts, I thought there was some waist articulation. There's nothing at the waist, but there are some, you can't kick out that far. You can do the splits. There's a knee swivel and about 45 degree at the knee. So yeah, there's no waist articulation, and very little foot articulation. It's just kind of forward and back. And then because of transformation, I mean, you can probably lift this up and get a little bit more wiggle waggle if you wanted to, but for the most part, not much at the feet. And taking this part and opening it up, this is a little tricky. I realize this is actually on one piece. So this whole piece comes out. This whole is just one piece here, and then this upper part just opens, and there you see Nezha nestled inside his little cavity there. And let's take him out, and there are some very small points of articulation on the actual little minifigure here. So let's get up close on him. See if we can focus. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so actually very, very small detail. You get the sort of painted eyes and the sort of green and pink. I'm not sure if those are earrings or what. And the red and pink and that sort of lilac purple. So yeah, a lot of, for a little thing here. And I think there's a little bit of movement. There's a little bit of articulation. The head is on a ball joint here. And the arms can kind of go back and forth. And I think the legs actually can kick out that much. So yeah, there's a little bit of articulation in this guy here. But there they are side by side. Let's see if he stands up. Yeah. So anyways, that is Nezha in the sort of mech suit robot mode. Now let's get him in his alt form. Okay, so here we have Nezha in the alt mode, and it is some sort of sports car, I think. Looks pretty cool. The transformation was very intuitive, very easy. Kind of, you can very easily tell where everything goes, and everything fits in, snaps together, very clean, very tight. Yeah, so it was actually pretty fun to transform this guy. And actually, you can leave the little. I actually left the little figure inside of here. You can just leave him inside there. So, or you can take him out. It's up to you. But I just left him inside there just for storage. Unfortunately, yeah, at the bottom you can basically see everything from the robot mode. But yeah, taking a look at the vehicle, you get some really cool yellow paint here above the wheels. You get some very nice sculpted detail on the wheels. I think that's really cool. Very intricate detail. It's a very Chinese looking design there. You get that sort of purple again here on the sides. Coming up to the grille, you get that really nice sort of yellowish gold paint here. And a really big grille here with some clear plastic for the headlights. Same thing on the other side. And you get that sort of smoky black plastic for the windshields and the back here. And not a whole lot else. There's a little bit of detail on the back. But yeah, that's about it. For a size comparison, here he is with Siege Sideswipe. And they're very similar in size. Let's just do a quick comparison. Yeah, Nezha is a little bit bigger, but just for a comparison. Sorry, I didn't do a robot comparison, but a lot of my figures are in vehicle mode right now because I'm just got bored and started transforming them into vehicle mode. So there is a size comparison there. So we'll take him out, and just lastly, there is a little hole on top which can store the combined weapon. So you can just plug that in right there, and there you have all his accessories combined and stored. So it's cool that in both modes it has storage. It has storage for this vehicle mode and also has storage on the back for robot mode. Yeah. So one last thing, the seller I got this from actually included this little truck here. It's kind of like a knockoff kind of MicroMaster. I just thought that was funny. I opened up the box and this is kind of floating at the bottom. So just real quick, it's you know, it's not anything great. But yeah, there he is. I'm not sure what this guy's supposed to be, but yeah, he's kind of a knockoff of a MicroMaster, I think. But yeah, it's pretty cool. A little freebie in there. So anyways, get that guy back. Yeah, it's just a nice gesture there. So put that there. So anyways, for the Hasbro and CCTV animation collaboration, this is Nezha Transformers. And thanks for watching. It's been Matt in Japan. Hope everyone is staying safe and take care.